Every week in my household, we make banana breads. This is because we always have some leftover overripe bananas from our weekly shopping. So, welcome to yet another episode of How to Make Banana Bread. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. So, let's begin. First, we're going to use 3 overripe bananas. I'm going to simply peel this. Because they are overripe, it should just slide straight out of the skin. So simply peel this and add this to your mixing bowl. Once that's all done, we're going to simply mash the bananas roughly. You don't want to mash it so that it's very smooth. You want it to be nice and rough. It's exactly what you need for this recipe. Just like this, okay? Once that's ready, I'm using half a cup of dark brown sugar. The reason I like dark brown sugar is because it's got molasses. It gives it that dark, rich color. I'm also going to be using 2 large eggs. Just crack it straight in there. I've made so many banana breads, I can literally make it in my sleep. So, I'm adding a pinch of salt. I'm also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I'm also adding a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. I'm going to add a little drop of vanilla. About a teaspoon is enough. Then 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Now I'm using a tablespoon to measure, and I'm measuring out 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil. I'm also adding about 3 tablespoons of milk. Now, once I've added all of the ingredients, I'm going to simply mix all of them together. This is the wet ingredients. Mix them thoroughly until everything is nice and combined. You can see how dark, rich the color is naturally, which is exactly what we need. Now for our dry ingredients, I'm adding 2 cups of self-raising flour, and I'm adding half a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to simply sieve this straight onto my wet ingredients, so that way we're combining the dry ingredients into the mixed wet ingredients. I'm going to use a spatula and simply begin to fold everything together. You don't want to overmix this. You want to very gently fold the dry and wet ingredients together until they become nice and sticky smooth, just like this. Now, once that's all nicely mixed, I'm going to set it aside for now, and then I'm going to prepare my baking dish. That's just my loaf pan. I'm adding a tiny drop of oil to the pan just to avoid any stickiness when it bakes. And I'm using my parchment paper just like this, and I'm going to pour in my banana cake batter straight into the baking tin. I've already preheated my oven to 165 Celsius. I'm using a fan oven. Remember to adjust your setting depending on your type of oven. So I've already preheated my oven, and I'm going to bake this for exactly 1 hour. So put this into your oven and allow it to bake. It's been an hour later, and here's our banana bread looking absolutely gorgeous. I always like to see that crack in the middle. It tells me that the texture of our banana bread is absolutely perfect. And here we have it with the lovely crack in the middle for a perfect texture. You've just made a very delicious banana bread. So, because I make this weekly for my family, I like to slice it up, and I normally save it in the fridge so that anytime within the week you can simply pick one up, make a cup of tea, and just enjoy this banana bread. Or sometimes just take a slice to work. It works out perfectly every time. Today, I'd like to send a special thank you and a heart to one of our viewers at Yoli Winkle. Thank you at Yoli Winkle for always watching and always leaving a very positive feedback. Really appreciate it, and I see you, so thank you for that. So, just as we were saying before, I like to package these and I put them in the fridge, and it goes nicely throughout the week for tea time or just taking a piece to work or to school. In your packed lunch, it works out well. So I normally would put them in these sandwich bags, just wrap them neatly, put them in the fridge, and whenever you need it, you can just pick one up and it's ready for a cup of tea or a quick snack in the evenings. If you have any question at all, remember to leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll do my very best to answer you as soon as I can. Thank you all so much for watching and for baking along with me today. I hope you enjoyed this and you can try it out sometime. I'll see you again next video with yet another recipe. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.